mandatory 21 days straight. I basically get to almost plan my life like, hey, this is the state I want to work in. Hematological disease. Hey guys, how are you? Welcome to my channel. If you are new, welcome. If you are not, then thank you for coming back for another video. I know it's been a while since my last update video. I have been extremely busy here in Texas, of course, which is where I still am. So today is day 78, probably like day 80, maybe 81 by the time you guys see this video. So this is just another update video. I am still on the crisis COVID response travel assignment. So yeah, I just wanted to sit down and do an update for you guys. Just check in, let you guys know that I'm doing well. I'm still here in Texas. So on one of my last days off, I did find someone about 20 minutes from here to do my hair. So that's like a major update. I know you guys can see the change. Yeah, so other than that, I'm still working. So I usually work between 6 to 12 shifts before I have a day off. So I'm off today, obviously. That's why I'm sitting here filming. So far since I've been here, like I said, this is day 78. I have had about, well, once you count today, I think I've had like 6 days off in total because like I told you guys, for this particular assignment when we first got here, we had to do a mandatory 21 days straight from the beginning before we were able to even get our first day off. So that was part of the contract. And then we ran into that hurricane. So then I was part of the ride-out team for that. And then they just implemented at the beginning of September that you were going to do a 6 and 1 or 14 and 2. So after you work 6 days, you get 1 day off, or after you work 14 days, then you get 2 days off. But it all kind of depends on your schedule. So mine's kind of weird. Like, I've kind of fallen into where I'll have like between 6 and 12 days before I get a day off. So it's like super weird. So yeah, I just wanted to check in and update you guys. Life has been kind of weird for me because it's like I'm working all the time, and I feel like once I go into work, I'm full like robotic mode, like work, come home, take a shower, sleep. It's like then by the time you blink, you're up again doing it all over again. So then when I have my days off, it's like, okay, like what do I do? I don't have a car, so the hotel shuttle takes me around to where I need to go. Some people have rented a car for the day to do things, but I'm like, bro, I'm too tired. I don't want to do all that. And then I just, you know, it's hard being away from your family for so long. And yeah, you have FaceTime and things like that, but it's like you really have to find an outlet. You have to find things to do. And there have been like 2 times already that I wanted to demobilize myself and go home. I actually already had a flight booked at one point that I then had to call my airline and say, hey, I'm going to change my flight, you know, because then I wanted to stay a little bit longer. So it's been, you know, rather difficult just for me being a travel nurse. I think that's one of the challenges, is just traveling by yourself. And then, of course, you make friends where you are, hopefully, if you're that type of person. So you have that camaraderie with your coworkers, I would hope. But just being like a solo traveler, yeah, it gets kind of rough. So I don't want you guys to see me on IG or see me here in these videos and think, oh, you know, the glitz and glam of travel, the glitz and glam of like travel nursing. Yeah, it's nice. I love it. Like we're going, you know, like I get to go to all of these states. I basically get to almost plan my life. Like, hey, this is the state I want to work in. This is the facility I want to work in. Like if I want a level 1 trauma, I only want to apply to level 1 traumas, like things like that. It's great. Yes. The money is great. Yes. However, it does get kind of, you know, lonely sometimes. It just gets to the point where I wish that I did have a travel friend. I wish that I had someone who I could travel with, you know. So that's why I'm really glad that, you know, Brittany and I came out here together. But of course, she has things that she has to do, so that when she left, I'm like, oh, okay, well, cool, I'm out here, you know, by myself now. So I just want to share that with you guys. Of course, if you guys have travel nurse questions, you can leave them in the comment section. You can find me on IG. A lot of times I try to go through my DMs, but I don't necessarily see them all, because it is hard for me to kind of get back to everybody. But yeah, so what I've been seeing so far out in Texas, because I know I do get that a lot, people keep saying, oh, are the numbers going down and things like that. I don't know. I need to see the statistical data, because as of right now, what I'm seeing in my COVID ICU unit we're still getting admissions. I'm still taking care of patients that are actively COVID positive. You go through their H&P and you can see the last time they were tested positive. And then we do the SARS antigen test just to see, hey, are they still positive? And then their results are coming back that yes, they are still positive. So I have not seen these numbers that people are talking about where they're declining. I don't know if this is from an overarching large scale. This might be, some of what the hospital administration is looking at, which we don't see. But other than that, I'm still seeing COVID positive patients. I have not given near as much convalescent plasma as I have, which I talked about in the last video. So yeah, which is very different than what I did in New York. In New York, I never gave any convalescent plasma. Maybe the research wasn't around the facility I was at. Maybe they just weren't doing it. I don't know. We weren't giving steroids, but I've been giving steroids here. So, it's trial and error. It's COVID. It's very different. It's something we haven't seen in healthcare. But I will say that I definitely, from my perspective, think that this is a hematological disease. I do not think that this is a respiratory disease. And I'm speaking from just my experience. I'm speaking just my opinion, medically, what I've seen, just the way that people clot, just the things that I've seen, the way people will throw PEs, micro PEs, whether they're on anticoagulation or not. Like, are we sure that we're fully anticoagulating patients? So I honestly think that COVID is more hematological based than it is respiratory based. And that's just my opinion. So like I said, that's just my opinion. I'm not speaking this with any type of medical journal behind my saying or anything. It's just, things that, myself and my coworkers have thought about and talked about and stuff. So I just wanted to kind of share that with you guys. As you guys can see, I'm just chilling in my hotel, same hotel room since I've been here, provided for me by my company. If you guys are wondering, sitting back looking at Texas palms and a pool behind me, so just kind of chilling. I am going to do a Target run in a little bit, so I'm going to let the hotel shuttle take me to Target just to get a couple things. But other than that, I'm still out here in Texas, still doing my thing. Once I get home, I am going to take some time off because I do have some things that I need to do. And then I will most likely be looking for my next assignment at some point between mid-October and November-ish time frame. And yeah, that's really it, guys. So my plan is to wrap up Texas at the 90-day mark, just to say, hey, I was here for a full 90 days and I'm going to go ahead and peel out now. I just wanted to really sit down, just kind of give you guys a little update. I know a lot of people have still been asking me about school. I'm not doing school while I'm out here. I talked about that in my last video, and I've talked about that on my Instagram as well. I have taken a break from school. So I've actually put in a temporary leave of absence, basically is what you can call it, or whatever you call it at your school. So I will start resuming some courses and pick back up where I left off and do the whole finding clinicals, finding preceptors, that whole somewhat agonizing process by the spring of 2021. So I'm really just going to chill out, grind out for the rest of this year, and get on to some more travel gigs and stuff like that. So I'm at a place of, peace. I'm at a place of freedom, especially after exiting the Air Force at the beginning of the year and traveling. This is the most freedom I've had in my career as a nurse in quite some time. Even in my staff position where I started as a new grad at the Mayo Clinic, yeah, that was great. But being a travel nurse, I feel like this is definitely something that I want to do for quite some time. So I'm very fortunate and very blessed to be in this situation and to have this opportunity. If you guys have any questions, you guys know that you can leave them in the comment section. I just wanted to really sit down, kind of update you guys on where I'm at, what's going on, what's happening. Basically, it's more of like a steady, steady coast right now. The train has left the station, it's gotten its speed, and we're just maintaining course right now. So that's where we're at. And yeah, I just wanted to say hey and hope you guys are doing well out there, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.